Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. Unfortunately, today is going to be a maintenance repair video. We're out back with our big electric blower, and poor old motor has let go on us. So come right back. We're going to talk about what we got to do to get back up and running. Hey guys, welcome in. Like I said, we've been shut down. Unfortunately, Friday afternoon or Friday morning, we run it. Everything run fine. Went to lunch, come back, went to fire it up. Saw some big old pile of popper sitting here, and motor burned itself up. Never would restart. I could take the belts off of it and it'd start up free spooling, but it wouldn't start under load. So 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, what do? You scramble. A direct replacement I could have gotten from Amazon. When I first looked at them, I could have got it Monday, and I kept looking around the other options, and by the time I got ready, okay, I'm just going to replace it for the 4th time, they changed the ship date till Wednesday, and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna have to wait till Wednesday, we're gonna buy something better. So I went back, got to looking, and bought an American-made ball door, 7.5 horsepower single phase motor to replace it. And it is currently Wednesday afternoon, and we're waiting on UPS. Yes, I paid extra for air freight. It was supposed to be here yesterday, and somebody in the UPS chain of events dropped the ball, and we're a day later. So I'm not happy. Okay, we've missed 4 days of sawing, because I was going to saw Saturday. We didn't saw Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday because we're dependent on this main blower. So we're waiting on UPS. It's late in the day, and we're going to go ahead and get this one off. Like I say, when we built this system, we didn't have 3-phase. There's a big 3-phase motor sitting here, and we swapped it out for a single phase. If time wasn't an issue, I could probably bring that 3-phase motor back over here, but we'd have to disassemble all this and get the motor shaft, because it goes right where this main shaft is. But we ain't got time for all that right now. Bought the first motor. It lasted a while. We burned it up, and I bought the second one, and it's probably been a year, maybe. And we've burnt this one up, so I'm done. I'm not buying. Practice what you preach. Buy American when you can. If I could have got this motor delivered quickly, I'd have probably went ahead and got the same thing I had. But since it was going to be a 3-day wait, I went ahead and upgraded. That's about 3 times the price. But it's the exact same ball door motor we got on our new blower sitting in there, except that one's 3-phase and this one's single phase. So, and it's filthy. These big pillar blocks, we come out here and grease them, and it's just nasty. We're going to get this motor off here, and as soon as UPS shows up with them, we're going to slap it on, be ready to saw some wood, hopefully. Probably had something to do with it, Jeremy. There it is. Whew. Glad that's done. Okay, guys, we got it out. I got filthy for the effort. we're kind of in a holding pattern, waiting on a new motor. Not sure if the bolt patterns are going to work. We may have to modify some bolt holes, but the size and the shaft and the length of it and everything, it should work just fine. So I guess we'll be back as soon as we get a motor here to put on. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. Matthew and I appreciate you hanging in there. As you can see, it's daylight, so it's the next day. UPS dropped the ball again. Didn't show up to 6:15. I just wouldn't want to go there, okay? I got nothing good to say, so not say nothing. Other than it cost me a lot of money. We got our new motor in. Excellent looking piece. Made in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Only issue we run into, this motor is about 3/4 of an inch longer, and where we had it, it was pushed up against the housing pretty tight already. So Matthew's re-drilled some holes to move the motor out, and to compensate for that, we'll just take this pulley on the end and push it in. Had to round up a 3/4 inch connector. I didn't have one. Luckily, Dad had one. Got our pulley cleaned up, slides in, on and off like we want it to. Got some anti-seize to put on it. It wasn't stuck too hard, but it did take a puller to get it pulled off. So quite happy with the motor. It's everything I expected from, American-made product. So Matthew's doing the last little bit out here, and we should be ready to install it. And of course, it's raining this morning on top of, at least it's not raining real hard, but we got to get back to work. It's killing my productivity. So give me just a minute, and we'll get back here, get it installed. Whew. Electrical box is hitting. That one probably hold it. You get I got on it. Okay, let's put the belts on it. Hit this up over the edge here, it looks like. There's two one at a time. Put this one on. Yeah. Right there. Get it.
Put the safety back in.
Yeah, this is our safety jump. If you don't have this in it, it'll jump on it. It should be nothing. Here. Bolt spacer. Get that go. Oh, 3/4. Put that back. paint the top.
It's sitting right here. That's also the, oh no, the belt broke safety.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I wasn't in no mood to talk a whole lot, just to be honest with you. You got to overcome and adapt. We had to drill out the bottom holes of the motor. They were, 7/16, so we needed a 1/2 inch hole, so we had to drill those out. The electrical box was hitting over here, so I had to unbolt the electrical box and move it over about 1 inch. I had to round up a 3/4 box fitting. I didn't have one, luckily Dad did. So wired it up, it was spinning backwards, so we had to take, before we bolted it down, fortunately, had to take the wiring back apart and switch the 2 control wires, got it running counterclockwise. This here is just a stabilizer to keep the motor from jumping backwards. There's no tension on this because the 110-pound motor is on a flapper, and that's the down tension, just the weight of the motor. So, as far as I know, we're ready to kick it on and see what happens. So, stay tuned. Okay, Matthew went to flip the switch. We hope all good things happen, you know. Yeah, go for it. That takes a lot to kick that fan off. Try it again, Matthew. Okay, guys. There we go. I tell you all the time, got to roll with the punches. No, I've not been happy this week. We missed 4 days of sawing because of this. I was going to saw Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today's Thursday morning, and it's already almost 10:30. But we got it up and running. Unfortunately, it's one of these parts and pieces. If it breaks, it shuts you down, and you just got to prepare for things like that. It happens. That's why you can't run yourself broke. You know, you're going to miss a week's worth of work, whatever. Just bear that in mind in your business. Really appreciate TACC products out of Nebraska. They come through in a pinch, had this motor available. They shipped it, Johnny on the spot. They didn't, no issues with them. It was strictly the shipping company dropping the ball. And here's a good one for you. This is an overweight item. You know what their warranty is on 2-day shipping? 0. If they don't ship it for 10 months, it's still 0. UPS, you could do better than that. So, tip of the day, double check on who you're shipping stuff with, because you can really get, you know, I paid dearly to have it shipped overnight, and there's no warranty because it's overweight item. That's ridiculous. So, I hope you enjoyed that. It's just part of it, guys. You're going to run a sawmill, things are going to break. Try to have spare parts, but you can't have everything. I can't have a $1,200 motor sitting here just in case, you know. I know when we wire the other one up, we'll probably make sure that this one is redundant to operate in the sawmill to where we could at least saw lumber. And that's easily done by not necessarily tying into this, just going right above it, because it should have more than enough CFM to go right through. But this will still pick up our edger, our molder planer, and you know, planer if we was using it, so it's got to run. So, I believe that's going to do it. You get to see me on one of my worst days, working in the rain. Crap broke. Gets on my nerve real quick, but that's just real world. It's who we are. I hope it helps you out. If you got any questions, drop them in the comment section. As always, big shout out to Matthew and Solomon editing these videos. That's a lot of work, and I don't take it for granted. Check out Solomon's channel, Third Beard Fishing. If you want a nice, clean hat, I promise it won't look like mine. You can order those at beardedlumbernc.com. Like I say, big shout out to TAC Air out of Nebraska. We greatly appreciate them. That's going to do it. We'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.